go scatter vini. Walkane ye ram shinga mwe nikaye oroduela miduega ataviwe.
93.7 Citizen FM.
Let's talk about it on our favorite radio station.
We're more than just a radio station.
This
We
is
are a part of your life.
93.7 Citizen FM, Abuja.
A warm welcome to the Citizen FM News at 6. I am Lawrence Omoiti. First, the headlines. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu resumes duty at State House. NDLEA busts Anambra's lethal drug syndicate. And now the details. Barely 24 hours after his inauguration, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Tuesday afternoon arrived at his office at the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja. The president hosted at least 40 heads of state at the banquet hall on Monday afternoon, and he did not resume at his office until today. President Tinubu's motorcade pulled up at the forecourt of the villa at about 2 o'clock, where he was received by Vice President Kashim Shettima, Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila, Governor of Central Bank Godwin Emefiele, Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, and the Permanent Secretary of the State House, Tijani Umar. Minutes before his entrance, the new Commander-in-Chief inspected the quarter guard at the presidential gate. After President Tinubu's first meeting today, the presidency is expected to announce key principal officers of the new administration, including his Chief of Staff, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, National Security Advisor. House of Representatives on Tuesday commended the decision of the president on fuel subsidy removal. This followed a motion of urgent public importance by member Jimo Olajide. The House further appealed to Nigerians to be patient and prayerful to allow the president deliver on his promises. Also, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has backed the removal of subsidy on petrol by the president. The group CEO of NNPC said in Abuja that payments for petrol subsidy has been a huge burden on the company's cash flow. NNPC Limited was saddled with the payments for subsidy by former President Mohamed Buhari, with the company carrying the cost in its books as petrol under recovery.
We welcome the decision of Mr. President to announce that subsidy on PMS is over. And this has really been a major challenge for NNPC's continued operation. We have been funding the subsidy from the cash flow of the NNPC since government is unable to defray the cost of subsidy that is due to the corporation. And we believe that this will free resources for the NNPC to continue to do the great works that this company will do for our country. And it allows us to continue to function as a very commercial entity. And we welcome this development. Secondly, we would like to assure Nigerians that we have sufficient supply of petroleum product, particularly petroleum motor spirit in our country. And there is no reason to panic. We understand people will be scared of potential changes to price of petrol. But that is not enough for people to rush to fuel stations to buy more than what they need. But we are also assured that, we are watching all the distribution networks.
I have a message for our investors.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu says his government will review all complaints about multiple taxation and anti-investment inhibitions. He said his government would also ensure the fulfillment of its campaign commitment of providing 1 million jobs for Nigerian youth. He said also that his government shall review all complaints about multiple taxation.
message for our investors, local and foreign. Our government shall review all the complaints about multiple taxation and review various anti-investment inhibitions. We shall ensure that investors and foreign business
Also, the president said his administration must create meaningful opportunities for youths. He promised to honor a campaign commitment of 1 million new jobs in the digital economy.
My administration must create meaningful opportunities for our youth. We shall honor our campaign commitment of 1 million jobs and the digital economy. Our government also shall work with the National Assembly to fashion an omnibus job and prosperity bill. This will give our administration the policy space to embark on labor-intensive infrastructural development, improvement, and encourage light industry, provide improved social services for the poor, elderly, and vulnerable.
Officials of the Department of State Services have stormed the Lagos State Office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, claiming ownership of the building located at number 15A Awolowo Road in Lagos. In its reaction, the DSS said it is only occupying its own facility where it is carrying out its official and statutory responsibility. It described as incorrect a report that the DSS barricaded EFCC from entering the office. A statement by a spokesman of the service, Peter Afunaya, said there is no controversy over the number 15A Awolowo Road as being insinuated by the media. Meanwhile, the AFCC is insisting that its operatives were denied entry by agents of the DSS who had barricaded the entrance with armored personnel carriers. Wilson Ojara, who is the head media and publicity of the commission, described the development as strange, given that both agencies have cohabited with the DSS in that facility for 20 years without incident. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested 2 members of a syndicate involved in the illicit importation and trafficking of a lethal synthetic opioid in Ogbogu Market on Onitsha Head Bridge, Anambra State. This is reputed to be the largest drug market in West Africa. The Anti-Narcotic Agency revealed that the drugs is 100 times stronger than tramadol and is capable of causing mass casualty among youth population being targeted by the cartels. Police authorities in Oyo State have raided the residence of the sacked chairman of Park Management Services, Mukaila Lamidi, popularly known as Auxiliary. It was gathered that policemen stormed Auxiliary's Ibadan residence, recovering weapons and ammunition. During the operations, Auxiliary reportedly escaped. Some of his lieutenants were, however, arrested by the police. There was palpable tension in some parts of the state after the raid, especially in major car parks and garages in Ibadan, the state capital. The Osun State High Court sitting in Osogbo has convicted the founder of Hilton Hotel Ile-Ife, Raymond Adedoyin, and 3 staff of the hotel of conspiracy to murder and murder of a student of the Obafemi Awolowo University, Timothy Adegoke. Adedoyin was charged along with 6 of his workers as first to 7 defendants and were docked on 18 counts, which include murder, conspiracy, oath of secrecy, among others. Chief Judge of the State, Justice Adepele Ojo, in her judgment on Tuesday, discharged the 3 defendants they were discharged from the court from the counts of conspiracy to murder and murder. However, they were found culpable of other counts in the charge. Justice Ojo established that the late Timothy Adekoke lodged in the hotel and paid into the account of the 7 defendants. The court held that evidence presented before the court placed Oyetunde Kazim squarely among those who perpetrated the act, and he found guilty of the count.
Of them, including the 7 defendants, have been convicted for conspiracy to commit murder and murder. The late Timothy Adekoke did not die in vain.
Yeah, in line with the provisions of the law, we consult with our clients and take the necessary steps.
And for some foreign stories now, South Africa's foreign minister has granted diplomatic immunity to foreign officials attending the BRICS summit in August and a meeting for BRICS foreign ministers this coming week. The BRICS alliance represents some of the world's leading emerging economies, including Russia, China, Brazil, and India. Local media has said this could potentially open the door for Vladimir Putin to attend the August gathering in South Africa. Roma boss Jose Mourinho says history does not win matches, but something has to give in Wednesday's Europa League final against Sevilla. Sevilla record 6 times winners have never lost a Europa League final, while Mourinho has won all 5 Europa finals he has ever been involved in. Before we end the news, a recap of the highlights. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has resumed duty at State House. NDLEA has bust lethal drug syndicate in Anambra State. And that's it on Citizen FM News at 6. I'm Lawrence Omoite.
3.7 Citizen FM.
Let's talk about it on our favorite radio station.
We're more than just a radio station. We are a part of your life.
The issues. Everybody respected that because it was coming from the president.
Theory behind it, the way the people took the battle in their hands.
Some civil servant retire without a roof over his head.
The cause.
If we cannot trust you, then you cannot take the ticket of this country. Who cannot be divulged from those who cause the crime. Honestly.
The passion.
You must have national spread. So where is it?
Why are you so concerned about that? He said money was.
I never.
No.
The platform is always the same.
Insight on Citizen FM 93.7.
The source is constant.
My name is Lawrence Omoite.
There is always an opportunity.
Tomorrow, Insight returns with another interesting.
Insight with Lawrence Omoite on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja. Be part of the experience.